We talked about this before.
Good evening. Yes, it's sort of a milestone to be here with you tonight to talk about our program rates. So joining me at the table tonight is William Chaplin with our Retail Services Group to Joanna's left, and to his left, Nathan Rabordi at the Power Plant. And we're all going to walk you through the slides in our presentation and seek a motion from you to adopt the rates on the Community Solar Program. So I'll turn it over to Nathan.
All right. Good evening. I'll start with project overview. The project's located north of the Roseville Energy Park on city-owned land. The land will be leased to Clean Focus for the duration of the contract. The system will produce approximately 960 kilowatts AC from over 3,000 panels installed at the site. This is enough electricity to power over 200 average homes. Construction is expected to begin in summer of 2018 and is anticipated to be completed in the fall. So a little background. In September of 2017, City Council approved a power purchase agreement with Clean Focus Renewables for the community solar project. Under the 25-year contract, Clean Focus will own and operate the solar arrays, and Roseville Electric Utility will purchase energy produced. Since the approval, city staff has been working with Clean Focus to obtain proper permits, design the customer program, and create the implementation process and procedures. Here you'll see a conceptual design for the solar site. Project's located behind the energy park, and the solar array is consistent with the proposed land use. This conceptual design was presented to the Commission in 2017 and has remained consistent throughout the life of the project.
Thank you, Chair Veely and Commissioners. I'd like to go over a little of the program design now. In a recent survey, close to 30% of our customers expressed interest in participating in the community solar project. The program is designed to meet this customer's interest in having the utility provide a solar option without having them to install solar on their rooftops. The energy produced also directly contributes to the utility's renewable portfolio standards goals and is designed for future expansion if needed. City staff work with the vendor to analyze various program and rate design options, and the selected program and rates are going to be presented tonight. The program is comparable to other utilities, and it's consistent in both rate and program methodologies. SMUD and PG&E currently have community solar projects, and the number of utilities in California providing this option to their customers is increasing. Today, I'd like to introduce Roseville Selective, Roseville Electric Utilities Community Solar Program. We're excited to provide a clean, locally generated renewable energy option for our customers. The program is available to multiple residential customer segments, which will provide a broad view of customer impact and interest when the program is analyzed after enrollment. Community solar is a great option for multifamily customers, renters, and customers whose homes may not be ideal for rooftop installations. Roseville customers now have a new option for renewable energies. Some of the key components of the program include the program is voluntary. There are no contracts or fees to apply. Customers may participate at levels of 100 or 50% of their electricity use. Participation is based on the customer's annual usage. Annual usage is required so as not to oversubscribe the program. An allocated portion from the solar production is specifically allocated for low-income customers to participate. The program is anticipated to launch in the fall of 2018, pending the approval of the rates and the completion of the construction. Depending on the customer's selected level of participation, approximately 200 to 300 customers may apply. Please pay special attention that this program is a small pilot program, and the small amount of customers is all we are offering at this time. We are going to provide 3 methods of sign-up: online, over the phone, or by paper enrollment, making it relatively easy for customers to sign up. Customers who have signed up will be placed on a list for random selection by lottery. Those who have not received selection to be enrolled will be placed on a wait list for future selection or future phases.
Okay. The rate design that we use for the community solar project is consistent with our City Council adopted rate policies. The rate design recovers all costs of the program from the participants of the program, and non-participating ratepayers will not be responsible for covering any of the costs associated with the project. Previously, there are 2 participation levels proposed. The 100% participation level will offset all of a customer's electricity usage, and the 50% level will offset half of the customer's electricity usage. The proposed rate includes a solar purchase price and a solar credit price for participants. The net price to participate is 2 cents per kWh for customers who choose the 100% participation level, and 1 cent per kWh for those choosing the 50% participation level. We also have a low-income rate. There will be no cost for low-income customers, and they will participate only at the 100% level. This will be paid for by funds from the state-required program that supports low-income customers. The rates proposed are consistent with other utilities that offer community solar programs. And then all the actual rates are shown on the screen that are in the rate schedule. In summary, Roseville is very excited to offer this community solar option for Roseville residents. The rates to participate in the community solar project are consistent with City Council rate policies, and therefore staff requests that the Commission adopt a motion to recommend the City Council approve the proposed community solar rates. And we will all be happy to answer any questions.
Question? Yes, sir.
You anticipate that you're going to have a certain number of low-income people in this?
Correct. We segmented 15% of the solar production for low-income customers.
But yet you're going to have a lottery to see who gets in. How are you going to decide that?
This would be independent.
That's a great question. There'll be 2 separate lotteries, lottery for general residential customers and a separate lottery for low-income customers.
So you'll split the two on some sort of income basis or whatever?
Correct, yes.
It is cheap.
To qualify for the low-income community solar, you need to be an active participant in our low-income ERAP rate program. That's how we will.
They have to
That's
be
how
a
we will distinguish.
participant in some other program before you'd consider them for placement in the lottery then?
That's correct.
Okay.
Any other questions? I've got a couple. I always seem to have a couple. What was that comment? That picture that you showed, the conceptual design, you talk about it has future expansion capability. How much more expansion could you go? Or do you know?
We pulled up the conceptual design. So the area north of the proposed, our pilot site, could be used for expanded arrays. That site would have to be evaluated to put a KWH to the available area that we've got.
So are we talking, are we talking 2x, 3x, 4x? What you plan?
I'm not sure.
There are some environmental constraints on that site. There are wetlands and vernal pools, so it would all depend on what was found on the site during an environmental evaluation, on how much
Before a
could fit.
permit?
Yeah. It would be a long process to get through the environmental process for
Good
expanding
permits
outside
now
that.
for this,
Correct.
the-
We have permits for this.
from the environmental agencies.
It was in the original project footprint of the power plant, and that's why they already have the permits for
The
that area.
original footprint, okay.
Yes.
Going forward, 2020, net zero. Those would not be a target for this option. You're going with existing homes that were built prior to the 2020 requirement.
Yes, we expect to be fully subscribed before the net zero homes come in 2020.
And just out of curiosity, I went out to the Heritage development out at the west end of Pleasant Grove. Do you happen to know if those are, they're all solar. Do you happen to know if those are net zero?
I seriously
Close to
doubt
it.
it.
We haven't seen a lot of net zeros developments come in as of right now, so they're normally smaller solar systems that aren't covering their entire usage.
But I was pretty impressed with what they've done out there. And you pay for it. The beginning price is $400K. And then it goes up from there.
You're a bagatelle.
Okay, I'll open up now to the public. Any comments or questions? Mr. Hodeschelt.
Good evening, Bruce Haddishell, 509 Silverhorn. Wow, here's another example of Roseville being creative and innovative and providing resources across the spectrum. And so, community solar, you're looking at folks, low-income folks, you're looking at multifamily, probably some seniors in there, and for them to have the ability then to reduce their utility bills through this process is just another example of Roseville being innovative. And I want to align my comments with Commissioner Cannon earlier on water. It's getting to be a very complex world. As some of you know, I spend my day working in Agricultural Water Quality Coalition. The requirements are getting tighter. The focus on nitrates or 123 TCP, to protect users are increasing from Sacramento more than they are from Washington, D.C. You have to invest to save, and what you're on the water side, what you've done is really create some value by investing now so you can save later. So really wanted to focus on community solar. That's a terrific idea. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Any other comments from the audience? Seeing none, I will close public comment and entertain a motion. Oh, Sam, did you have one more?
Only one? I would concur with my former planning commissioner colleague in the forward thinking of Roseville. Great job again for jumping into this and providing people with choices. I think that's important. And it demonstrates, if Roseville was way forward thinking 15, 20 years ago when they started on recycled using wastewater on our irrigation for a lot of our municipal and public golf course areas and rights of way. So this is along that same line of thinking. But I do have one question. So would you liken it, Phil, to, say, a community garden kind of a concept? Because we have all the permitting taken care of because it's within the existing footprint of the power plant. And I'm getting, I don't know about other commissioner colleagues here and others in the audience and watching on TV, but I am besieged by phone calls, and I'm on the do not call list, which doesn't seem to work, by these companies that are trying to get involved with solar on my residence. 7 or 8 calls just in the last month. So I kind of wonder what the department's thinking about. I mean, all private property respect due, of course. Property rights respect is due for those that decide to move forward with solar on their residences. But how is the department looking at that on a population-wide basis, if that makes any sense to you, and how you can best control it from the sooner that as opposed to having to control it later? Regulate might be a better word.
Well, I can speak factually about a topic we brought to the Commission's consideration last year that they approved was our Net Energy Metering 2.0 program, Roseville Solar 2.0, whereas we are on the verge of eclipsing the 5% penetration level of solar in Roseville as a community. We told the Commission and the Council last year that we expected in October of 2018 to reach our 5% net metering cap, and what that means is after we reach our 5% cap, the state allows entities like Roseville to create a new rate structure for customers who put retrofit solar on their home or business. We are fast approaching that, and we believe we are on target to meet that October 2018. So the value proposition will change for customers before versus after we hit our 5% cap. So I think that will change or have some impact on the retrofit market and perhaps reduce your phone calls.
It's less about my phone calls. It's just more about maybe regulate's not even the right word, Phil. I'm just trying to think better strategy to deal with something that is coming, and I think that perhaps it makes more sense to be on board on the front end as opposed to on the tail end. That's really where I was going with that. It wasn't a criticism or anything. If anything, it was a compliment.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to motion that we accept the program and no, I forgot the correct terminology for this. Apologize. I move that we approve the Roseville Selective Energy Program and forward the recommendation for approval to the Roseville City Council.
Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Go before council Wednesday?
I expect to go to them in July with both of these rate proposals you saw tonight.